Your Holiness, Josh Delay.
It
It is a great honor to have you with us. Welcome to Radio Free Asia again. Many young Tibetan listeners who call in to our Tibetan service would like Your Holiness to know they are ready to sacrifice for Tibet and its cause. My first question from our Tibetan service is, how would you like to respond to these young people, many of them in their 20s, who are inside Tibet?
So these young people, they personally, they may not hold these decades of suffering, but they know their grandparents and their parents, now their own sort of the generation. And then it also, you see, as a matter of fact, you see Tibetan people, Tibetan spirit. You see, time passes, generation change, Tibetan spirit becoming stronger. However, it is quite sort of obvious. Younger people sometimes very much enthusiastic view, but little sort of patience. They want what they want, their goal to achieve immediately. So that's why, say among the Tibetan younger generation inside Tibet as well as outside Tibet, they even criticize our way of approach. That's understandable. But in the meantime, I must tell you, last few decades, I had contact quite, I think, a large number Tibetan inside Tibet, mainly writers, intellectuals, and also some retired party member or officials, and also some still in the official position. All of these people, and also some student who graduate also the university level in China proper. So all of these fully support about our way of approach, not seeking separation. Then of course, there's no question of violence. And then also, because we strictly also follow non-violent principle, a large number of Chinese Han brothers, sisters, intellectuals, and some sort of students, fully support, fully appreciate, and showing us their sort of solidarity with us. So that, I think, our young people also should know that.
It appears there will be no major breakthrough on the Tibetan issue in the near future. Another question from our Tibetan service is, if the issue simply drags, what will be the outcome for Tibet?
Nobody knows. I always judge last 60 years of people's work with China. Mao's era, then Deng Xiaoping era, then Jiang Zemin era, now Wu Jintao era, now nearly complete. So these 4 eras, same Communist Party, same constitution, same system, reality must change. I often is telling Chinese brothers, sisters, and also the others, if Chairman Mao come today in China, I think he may shock. So today, in any way, something very unusual, communist, capitalist communist, that's a big change. So therefore, and that also, you see, shows the communist authoritarian system or leaders. They also, you see, have the ability to act according new reality. Particularly like Deng Xiaoping. You see, he after he took this sort of power or rehabilitated, you see, he saw the economy as practically very important. Just ideology, pure ideology, will not fulfill their stomach. So therefore, you see, he carried big change. So then Jiang Zemin era also, you see, according to new reality, his idea, three represents, you see, come. Then when Wu Jintao come, because rich and poor, gaps there. And also the living standard in coastal area and interior area, big gap. And then also, you see, some sort of rights or facility for working class people previously take for granted. These also now some effect. Therefore, Wu Jintao emphasis promotion of harmonious society. So now, even Prime Minister Wen Jiabao now talking, expressing publicly, now China need more political reform and year by year voice about democracy, rule of law, free information. Now these things, you see, increasing. So this kind of situation cannot remain forever. Sooner or later, have to face this reality.
As you know, Your Holiness, some Tibetans and young people in particular have begun to criticize your middle way approach to dialogue with the Chinese government. So the question from our Mandarin service is, how do you respond to this criticism?
I think this question should ask our elected political leadership. I already retired, and not only just me personally retired, but also last 4 centuries sort of tradition, Dalai Lama institution carry, you see, the responsibility to both temporal and spirituality. Now that I deliberately, proudly, voluntarily ended. So this question asks elected political leadership.
Our Uyghur Service Department also would like to ask, Uyghurs and Tibetans are facing some similar challenges right now. Are you optimistic about the future of Uyghur and Tibetan peoples under the same communist rule?
So the communists itself are changing. Unlike early 50s, when I was in China, in Peking, and some other places, those communists are really sort of with principle, and they're totally dedicated, you see, serving to the people, particularly Laodong Remin, working class people. Now that kind of spirit now gone. If that spirit still remain there, then there is no room of corruption. You see, there's so many corruptions there. That indicates now no longer moral principle there. So things are changing. So important, the Uyghur people and also Mongolian, inner Mongolian. Now recently, they expressed their sort of dissatisfaction or their resentment. So I want to share with these people. I appreciate, I admire their spirit, and they should keep hope. Things will change.
My last question from our Cantonese Service Department. How do you view the Jasmine Revolution that started from Tunisia but now quickly spread to Middle East nations? Has it been any impact on the Tibetan people?
Tibetan people, I don't know. Of course, these are the clear indication world is changing. I always telling when I sort of explain about sort of my decision, is it the 4th century old sort of Dalai Lama's role should end because I believe the country belongs to the people, not party, not few leaders, or not king or queen, not spiritual leader. Country belongs to the people. Then in order to govern the country by the people, the best method or realistic method is democratic system. People elected their own leader, and there are also certain period, say 4 years, 5 years, like that. And again, is a new election. So that's the best way to govern the country by the people, for the people, like that. So therefore, these sort of event in North Africa, and not only that, the former Soviet Union and all the former Eastern European countries, big change. Now Cuba also is changing. And now North Korea seems very, very sort of stubborn. That's more or less, I think, exceptional. Otherwise, Burma also is changing. So that's quite natural. Sort of nature, I would say, something like, I think, season come, then things will change. People, better education, better information, and economic condition, also better facility, and the modern time, these modern technology which brings information, inspired government censorship. So these are the factor to changing our our thinking, our mind. So everywhere.
Thank you so much, Your Holiness. Again, it is a great honor to have you with us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.